Good evening, as we are live from Jim Mayo Stadium in Proctorville, Ohio, home of the Fairland Dragons, and the site for the second round matchup of the OHSAA Division 5 Region 19 playoffs between the number 7 West Muskingum Tornadoes and the number 2 Fairland Dragons, who was the Ohio Valley Conference champions. As both teams coming off big wins, I'm Ben Harrison alongside me, the coach, Doug Clifford. Of course, the Dragons coming off a 31-7 win against the Zane Trace Pioneers, while on the other hand, West Muskingum coming off a big win against Afrocentric Early College. Even though it's 2 versus 7, this is a very talented West Muskingum team that Dragons can't afford to overlook. Second matchup overall between these two teams. And 2 years ago here at Jim Mayo Stadium, West Muskingum was able to knock down the Dragons to win their first ever postseason victory.
Well, you know, Ben, the first week of the playoffs in Ohio, you have a high seed playing a low seed, and you can have some really lopsided scores. Now that we're in the second week, week 12 of the football season, I think the competition gets better and better, and it will continue to do that, and I expect tonight's game to be quite a matchup.
Yeah, very two high winning teams. You have Fairland now going into this contest 10-1, as well as West Muskingum going in 8-2 into this second round matchup. The winner of this game will take on the winner of Wheelersburg and Union Local next week at a neutral site. That's when then the Fairland Dragons will be led by Ethan Wall, quarterback, who had 271 yards on the air last week, coming off a leg injury sitting out week 10. And then for West Muskingum will be led by Carter Winland, the star running back for the Tornadoes, who has over 1,000 rushing yards, 1,348 rushing yards to be exact, with 21 touchdowns lead the way for West Muskingum. Running attack versus air raid. While we're going to step aside for a quick break, as you're watching the OHSAA playoffs on 660 Films.
Coming off a 34-26 win in the first round of the playoffs, West Muskingum now travels down to Proctorville to take on the Fairland Dragons. They've made this trip before. They beat Fairland in 2022 in an overtime thriller. It was West Muskingum's first ever playoff win.
One of the funnest nights of my coaching career, seeing the culmination of that 3 years of our seniors, and really thought Ty Schauger had one of the best men I've ever had, so to ride in obviously the whole overtime thing is really good. We're very strong. We're determined. We all want to make something happen.
The Tornadoes have never seen this team. They look to want to make history in Proctorville.
Oh, it would be huge. Kids, coaches, the program, the community. We were talking about how rare these opportunities are. It's been years and I've been so it's a huge opportunity. The way the bracket lined up this year, we had a chance to go Fairland instead of Farmers Prep. Things are lined up for us to make a move and work for it. This kind of program to make a real win. So again, we're focused on cleaning some things up and get it done. Win our first one the way we did, and get a chance to go down to Fairland and make history again down there.
How do you say this kid's name? It's a kicker, so he's going to play. Polson?
I was going to put. I want to say Paulson. That's all I want to say. I know. I can barely hear it.
We're live.
As we are live from Jim Mayo Stadium, home of the Fairland Dragons, for the second round of the Ohio High School Athletic Association playoffs. I'm Ben Anderson alongside me, Doug Clifford, as the number 7 West Muskingum Tornadoes take on the second-seeded Fairland Dragons. The Dragons will get the ball to start the contest as West Muskingum won the toss and deferred its choice to the second half. As I'm talking to both coaches, they said both of these teams are very evenly matched. Coach Clifford, as they said both these coaches even said very similar to each other in terms of how they want to play football.
Man, it sounded like they'd rehearsed together. Just what they're going to tell the media in the pregame. But they're both very respectful of each other's teams. Both teams like the same type of game, although I think West M is going to want to control the ball a little more. And the way it sounds, Fairland, the other thing they want to control to get it across the goal line as quickly as possible.
Yeah, Fairland known for the quick air raid and no huddle offense. The Dragons are led by second-year head coach Mike Jackson, who was the offensive coordinator under previous head coach, and who was also two-time All-American Monash University Melvin Cunningham, as Jackson enters the contest with the overall record of 19-3 at Fairland, while Nate Brownrigg for West Muskingum has been the head coach since the 2020 season with a record of 35-19 and has 3 playoff wins. Second of our meeting between the Tornadoes and the Dragons, as the Tornadoes did beat the Dragons 22-21 here 2 years ago to earn the school's first playoff victory. So to do the kickoff for the Tornadoes is Silas Kuhn, a junior kicker, 5'10", and receiving in the backfield for the Fairland Dragons will be Zach Hayden, a senior. Running back, quarterback, and outside linebacker. So we're underway from Jim Mayo Stadium. Whistle is blown here in round 2 of the Division 5 Region 19 playoffs. As Kuhn goes for a quick onside kick and is fallen and recovered by Fairland. Kind of a unexpected goal from the Tornadoes coach Cliff. We're going for the onside kick on the opening kickoff.
Holy Sean Payton. I think he did that on purpose.
Well, now Fairland has ball in excellent field position right at the 45-yard line. Right at the 49-yard line. So Ethan Mullins, shotgun running back to his right. Wall takes the snap, throws it across the field, and that will be caught by Alexander Collins. It's quickly taken down by a swarm of Tornadoes, and it will be about a gain of 4. It'll be the ball at the 45-yard line.
Well, here's that quick tempo you talked about in the pregame, Ben. I mean, they're on the line of scrimmage already.
Hands it off to the running back, and it is actually blown up right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, like Caden Fleming on that tackle that time for the Tornadoes. That was a tackle for a loss.
Yeah, Lucas Bumpus did not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Now, that's something that Coach Brownwood did tell us. A very quick defense, very quick to the ball. So 3rd and long for the Dragons on the opening drive. Wall sets back, throws across the field, and incomplete. Jack Hayden not able to make the catch. And Coach Jackson wanted pass interference, but
brings up on 4th down and 6.
Great defense today by the Tornadoes, forcing Dragons on 4th down, and Dragons are going to go for it.
They're going to go for it here unless they shift out of this.
25 seconds left on the play clock, or they might just wait and see if they get the Tornadoes to jump offside.
Tornadoes use a 3-4 defense.
Wall takes the snap on 4th down. Throws it towards the far sideline. It is caught by Lucas Bumpus, but shoved out of bounds before getting the first down marker. And it'll be a turnover on downs for the Dragons. And West Muskingum will have the ball in excellent field position.
Carter Smith made a tackle over there. Made that tackle well short of the first down. So the opening onside kickoff doesn't hurt the Tornadoes. They get the ball. The Dragons didn't punt. They could have put those guys down the field. I'm surprised they didn't employ that punt to change the field position. So the Tornadoes have a good start here at about their 43-yard line.
Tornadoes led by star running back Carter Wimland. Actually, he's going to be passing the first play, as that one will be caught. Going to be caught by Tavin Bennett. The second and short now.
Very similar start by the offenses. Quick pass, 5-yard gain. You know, the short passing game is basically the run game today in high school football.
So about 2nd and 5 now for the Dragons. For the Tornadoes. 10:57 to go here in the first quarter in a scoreless game between West Muskingum and Fairland. Quarterback in shotgun hands it off to Wimland. Wimland now at the 50. He's got a hole. Nearly breaks through one tackle. Is finally shoved out of bounds. It'll be enough. It'll be enough for the first down.
Chains are going to move, that's for sure.
Shoved out of bounds by Keegan Smith. Good enough for a first down as Woodland, a big major contributor to this Tornadoes offense. 1,348 yards on the season and has 21 touchdowns leading the way for the Tornadoes.
Well, it's the first time I've seen Fairland play, but it looked to me like they only had one down lineman. Now they have two. It looks like they're a 4-man front. They're in stand-up.
Pitch to Woodland as Woodland does not make it to the line of scrimmage.
Keegan Smith.
They lose about half a yard. So it'll be about 2nd and 11 now for the Tornadoes. Keegan Smith quickly able to get there to stop the play.
It's a quick read that time by Keegan Smith on the defense. He took on the lead blocker, squeezed the play to the inside, and knocked the ball carrier down all at the same time.
Jake Anton, shotgun, takes the snap, throws it downfield, and that one will be caught by Coleman Lloyd. And then it gets it to about the 42-yard line. It'll be 3rd and long for West Muskingum.
For these guys, I think that was Davin Murray on the tackle that time. For these guys, they look just like who they should be. They look like a team in Week 12. Both teams tackle well. Both teams run to the football on defense. Just being anxious to see what happens here.
As it be a short pitch. It bobbles the ball and is stopped. Basically just nearly got right to about the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and long for West Muskingum, but that could have nearly ended in disaster, Coach Clifford.
That could have been terrible.
Bobbling the ball, that could have easily given the ball right back to Fairland.
No doubt. Well, they're not going to be as hospitable as the Dragons. They're going to punt the ball away.
As this will be the first punt of the game, as deep to return for Fairland is Keegan Smith, as that punt goes out of bounds, and they want to say it went out of bounds close to the 20-yard line. It looks about the 19-yard line to be exact.
Well, they're going to move. They're still moving. It's not going to be.
They take over 1st and 2 on the ball.
Actually, it'll be.
You're right. About the 19, it looks like.
So Fairland goes turnover on downs. West Muskingum ends up punting.
That was a punt designed for someone not to catch. That's for sure. They must not want that guy to return punts tonight.
Now quarterback is shotgun, running back to his left, hands it off, fights the tackles, and is stopped. Gain of a couple by Quentin Creemans, the 6'0 junior that time, senior that time, on the run. So Creemans gets set to the right of Ethan Wall. Fairland trips the ball, goes for the deep ball, and it is incomplete. Nearly, just barely over the throws. Keegan Smith, it bounced off his fingertips, and Coach, if Smith would have had that one, it'd been off to the races.
I tell you what, that didn't take long, did it? He was open. He had a step on number 15. That's Braxton Brownrigg. He had definitely had a step, if not 2, on him. Had he caught that ball, it would have been a race to the goal line.
So now 3rd and 6 for the Dragons. Wall takes the snap. Pressure comes, and he dumps it off to Creemans, and Creemans is taken down.
Nice tackle.
It will result in it'll be a punt for Fairland.
It was Cooper McKenzie on first contact for the Tornadoes, and he stuffed that big running back in his tracks.
So returning will be Connor Hill, the senior. The 5'10 senior will be back to return. And punting it away will be Alexander Collins. Gets the punt off. As that one is caught by Hill. As Hill breaks off a tackle near the 40. Before finally being swarmed down at the 45.
Hurdling is a personal foul. Never came in my games. My hurdle's not much.
It's a very crucial mistake by the Tornadoes. So now results in about third and long now. Yeah, 15-yard penalty, and instead of a touchdown, it goes back 15.
Well, that's a tough penalty to take a personal foul penalty. It takes away a touchdown, but it also makes it third down, and it looks like it's over 20 yards for a first down. Scoreboard says third and 17.
Third and
it might be.
Third and an eternity for the Tornadoes.
It's a different zip code, that's for sure.
3:51 to go here in the first quarter, a scoreless game. Anton takes the snap. Tornadoes want to throw. And that one is going to be caught by Brownrigg, but is swarmed by Jack Hayden on the tackle. So,
you know, Ben, I don't think either team has any yards after a catch tonight. I mean, it's catch the ball, get tackled. Fourth down.
Yeah, fourth down, so decision making here for the Tornadoes. Either go for the field goal go for it, as it seems Jays are going to go for it. So, Tornadoes line up in trips, 3 on the far, 1 on the near. Anton takes the snap. Blitz comes. Here comes the pressure. Anton rolls away. Throws it for the end zone, and is incomplete. Nearly picked off by C.J. Graham. It'll be a turnover on downs for West Muskingum, and possession will go back to Fairland.
Great call that time by the defensive coordinator for the Dragons. He sent the outside linebackers, and he just proved to be too much pressure for Anton. He scrambled out, narrowly avoided a sack, threw the ball into a crowd, but it fell incomplete. Nice break up that time. Nice defensive stand by the Dragons.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Fairland. Wall and the shotgun, hands it off. And Jack Hayden's quickly met. Ball came out, but Hayden was already down before the ball came out. And so it'll be about 2nd and 7.
Well, the Tornado defense is definitely trying to rip the ball from his arms.
Well, Tornadoes defense being very quick to the ball early on, Coach. So 2nd and 7. Wall in the shotgun. As receiver goes in motion, the man in motion is Cremens. Hands it off to Hayden. It stopped right at the 30. Actually, excuse me, at the 29. This will be 3rd and 2 for Fairland.
That was a nice pickup because it looked like he was going to be stopped early, but he just dodged and weaved his way up for about a 4-yard gain. 3rd and 2.
Wall and shotgun. Man in motion as Hayden. Now, but it's going to be a handoff down to Cremens. It'll be enough for the first down. It's taken out at the 35-yard line. First down, Fairland. 1:56 and counting here in the first quarter. That should be officials' timeout as helmet comes off of Caden Fleming. So he has to, actually, excuse me, be Cal McGreevy. He has to come out of play.
I believe that's the 3 best consecutive plays the Dragons have had tonight. All positive carries, all positive yards. Pick up a first down, 1st and 10 at their own 35.
1:50 and counting here in the first quarter. Hands off to Hayden. He goes about the 39-yard line. The gain is 6. Be 2nd and 4 now for the Dragons. Dragons in a hurry up. Wall and shotgun, running backs on both sides of him. He hands it off again for a first down.
Looks like Coach Jackson has found something here on the interior of the West End defense. They're running right at the middle of the defense, and they're not, and they're being quick about it.
So that is a trend that Coach Jackson known for doing. So when he sees success with certain types of plays, he just keep going to it. Did that last week with the screen passes against Zane Trace. He was able to find a lot of success in that. Wall puts Bumpus in motion. Hands up to Cremens, and Cremens fights his way past the 50. Down at the 49. It'll be a gain of about 6.
Well, you know, the coaches' comments before the game are very similar. Their offenses are very similar. Both coaches have gone to the straight ahead, running the ball between the tackles.
Wall gets the snap, hands up to Cremens, who's quickly met right when he gets past the line of scrimmage. And helmet Fairland offensive lineman coming off the play is Garrett Cornwell.
Carter Smith is in on that tackle as well.
28.3 seconds to go in the first quarter, and the clock will run.
No score yet.
Scoreless contest here. As Fairland does not need to take a snap.
Yeah, they're going to let the clock run out. Take the time to think about this. They're in 4-down territory, according to their first possession. When they were at the 50-yard line, they did not punt.
As we have gone through one quarter scoreless game at Jim Mayo Stadium between Fairland and West Muskingum. We're going to step aside for a break as you're watching the OHSA playoffs on State 60 Films. Welcome back to Jim Mayo Stadium for the second round of the Division 5 Region 19 OHSAA playoffs between number 2 Fairland and number 7 West Muskingum. I'm Ben Anderson, alongside me Doug Clifford. As this game is brought to you by Custom Vehicles of Zanesville, your local source for all your automotive accessory needs. Check us out. Once again, at Custom Vehicles of Zanesville, your local source for all your automotive accessory needs. Check us out at Custom Vehicles of Zanesville. Scoreless game here in the second quarter between Fairland and West Muskingum. Fairland has the ball. As West Muskingum having success with the running game, but Fairland also having major success in the running game, especially as of late in that first quarter, Coach.
I think we're going to see another straight-ahead run here.
So Wall in shotgun. Hayden to his right, Cremens to his left. Hayden goes to motion from left to right. Wall has to scramble out of the pocket, throws one downfield, and is incomplete. And coverage by Connor Hill. Pass intended for Keegan Smith, falls incomplete. As on that one, Coach, Connor Hill kind of having a little bit of contact on the receiver.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, the rule of thumb for receivers is if you run a short pattern and you see your quarterback's in trouble, go deep. If you run a deep pattern and you see your quarterback's in trouble, come back to him and find an open spot. That time the receiver broke for the goal line and had the ball bit on the money. We have a flag down.
Well, it'll be a holding against Fairland. It'll be a 10-yard penalty. So now that makes it 3rd and long. It'll be double stakes for the Dragons. 11:52 to go here in the second quarter.
I think Coach Brownray took that penalty because he knows those guys went for the first down the last time they had a 4th down near midfield.
So substitution being made as Owen Bertram checks in. Yeah, Bertram checks in for Quentin Cremens. Wall and shotgun, 5 seconds left to go in the play clock. 4, 3, Wall takes the snap. Ethan Wall throws a quick screen pass over to C.J. Graham, who is quickly brought down out around the 38-yard line.
I saw number 31 for West End, Cooper McKenzie. We talked to Coach Brownrick earlier before the game, and he said they're not going to throw those screens on us. And I saw 31. He was at the line of scrimmage. He read that play all the way. He didn't drop an inch. As soon as the quarterback got the snap, he moved up. made a nice tackle for a loss.
So junior Eli Pine with the punt, a 2-punt. And back to return will be Carter Smith. Actually, this one will be caught by Connor Hill, who is quickly met by Keegan Smith at the 31-yard line. So that is where the Tornadoes would set up shop with 11:09 to go in the second quarter.
I mean, these guys look like playoff teams. They tackle well, they cover kicks well. Nobody gains a foot after they catch a pass. They make very few mistakes. They're well coached. They're disciplined teams. It's obvious we're in week 12, Ben. I can tell you that.
Oh, absolutely. Of course, Fairland entered the playoffs with a 9-run record. Its only loss being against Ironton, which was 41-0 loss here at Jim Mayo Stadium. As handoff quickly to Woodland. Woodland finds fresh yards and is brought down at around the 33-yard line. As then also West Muskingum did end the season winners of 5 straight. And again, some very good teams as well, playing against teams like New Lexington as well. Coach.
Right, New Lexington's in the playoff. They're playing tonight. I think they're playing Logan Elm, and I know they lost to Garraway, and I'm sure they're in the playoffs as well.
The winner of this game will play the winner of Union Local and Wheelersburg. As flag is thrown, it'll be a false start against the Tornadoes.
We're going to have a procedure penalty here.
Now back up. Actually, then the flag is waved off as, well, watching that play, it's kind of both defense and offense, both guys kind of raised up at the same time.
Right.
So you can't really go one way or the other on that one. So.
Well, I saw number 20 pick his hand up.
And then but
he's a tight end. He's allowed to do that, right?
Yeah, okay, I saw him do it, but then I saw the defensive line kind of stand up as well right when he did that, so you can't really tell who moved first.
Yeah.
So that one, he just waved off and it's time to go on with life. Quarterback in shotgun, running back to his right, and a bobbled snap. Woodland picks up and is blown up by the Dragons defense. Crucial mistake by the Tornadoes on a bad snap, and Elias Blankenship, the 6'0 senior there with the tackle. 3rd and 12 for the Tornadoes, as both teams' offense has kind of been quiet this far.
Well, that's the second bobble of a handoff or a snap that the Tornadoes have had in their last 2 series.
Well, that was also, it wasn't a problem for the Tornadoes last week. That was a problem for the Dragons last week. Had 2 fumbles inside the 10-yard line in the first half in their 31-7 win against San Trace. And goes deep ball downfield, way overthrows the wide receiver Braxton Brownrigg. It'll be 4th down for the Tornadoes.
Well, I don't think I've seen a game where so many receivers have beaten their man deep. If the ball is delivered on time, it's going to be a big play, if not a score. That ball is well overthrown. Brownrigg didn't have a chance on that one.
So punting it away will be West Houston, and then to receive will be Keegan Smith for the Dragons.
Great defensive effort by the Dragons that time. Whoa, high snap.
As high snap, he's able to get the punt off. High punt, as it will take a bounce. Bounce now gets past the 40. Now about stops just past the 30-yard line. At the 27-yard line, that's where Fairland will set up shop. 9:08 to go here in the second quarter in a scoreless game.
Well, Keegan Smith was dancing around that football for the Dragons, and I think I'd be having a discussion with him about, if you want to dance, go someplace tomorrow night and dance. Don't dance around the ball that's bouncing like that. Get away from it.
Dragons line up in trips on the far side. Wall hands it off to Jack Hayden, drops his shoulder and fights for extra yardage and is stopped at the 30-yard line.
Coach Brownrigg spoke very highly of that young man carrying the football. He said he is a big, strong power runner, picks up the tough yards, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Running back in right now is Creemans, who entering this contest has 257 yards on the ground, and flag is thrown by the official. Will be a false start against the Dragons was thrown by the referee. It'll be a 5-yard penalty, and that'll now put the Dragons at double stakes. It'll be a
Like
2nd and 12 for Fairland.
It looked like the right guard came out of his stance a little quick.
Fairland goes back to trips on the far side. Wall in shotgun. Creams in at running back. Wall sits back to throw. Goes to his progressions and throws it right down the middle towards 38-yard line. Pass was low, but it is secured by C.J. Graham. It'll be a catch, and the ball will be placed at 36-yard line. 3rd and 1 for the Dragons. Hands it off to Creemans. Creemans
I don't know.
is stopped quickly, but it's going to be enough for a first down.
First down.
So the Dragons really using Creemans a lot on this drive in the running game. 2 receivers lined up on both sides. Wall takes a snap in shotgun, hands off to Creemans, bounced off a tackle before finally being met by Cal McGreevy. 2nd and 9 for the Dragons.
Well, in my neighborhood, Quentin's last name is pronounced Kermeans. So we'll have to wait and see. Maybe a fan will let us know. But well, he's been the main ball carrier here in the 2nd quarter.
Wall in shotgun, throws it towards the sideline. Backpedaling is Jack Hayden with the catch. It's on the replay. Yeah, looking at our replay, was able to just stay in bounds about backpedaling and makes the catch for the first down. Is great catch at time by Jack Hayden, being able to focus, keep the feet in bounds, and secure was a kind of low throw by the quarterback.
But he had the first down yards as soon as he caught the ball. That's what I like. He didn't stop before the first down change.
Now, quick screen pass over to Keegan Smith as that one will hit the ground and fall incomplete.
Braxton Brownriggs on defense that time was on the scene immediately. The ball was underthrown. But the West End defense is not going to give away that quick screen at the line of scrimmage tonight. They're going to contest that. Now they're backed off.
Wall takes the snap out of shotgun, looks deep for Keegan Smith, and he jumps over the defender and makes the catch. Actually, Jack Hayden with the catch.
I think that's
over Connor Hill. Be a first down for the Dragons.
I think that's going to be one of those simultaneous catches, and that goes to the offense.
Yeah, simultaneous catch of both defense and offense hook up for the ball. Ball always goes to receiver, but Jack Hayden jumping over to Connor Hill, coach, and making the grab.
You bet. Going for the football.
As Creams is stopped after about a gain of 2.
Well, we haven't seen either team in the red zone until right now, so we'll see if the offense, how Coach Jackson's offense adjusts now that they're inside the 10-yard line. 2nd down. No score. 6:30 to go in the first half.
Dragons in the red zone. First time either team's been in the red zone in this game. Here's the snap. Throws it for the end zone. It is caught by Keegan Smith. We had touchdown Fairland, but flag is in the backfield.
Flag down.
And it'll be an illegal shift against the Dragons. So touchdown will be waved off.
Wow. Well, now both teams have a touchdown called back. West End had one earlier in the first quarter. Now the Dragons have one.
As now the referee going to discuss it with head coach Mike Jackson. As watching that, I think when they got set up, it went so quickly. To me, it didn't seem that one of the players was set before the ball was snapped. It was set for 1 second. This is how quickly it got to the line.
Right.
Because when the ball was snapped, just the way the play started, as seen as if someone was not set.
2nd down, not 14.
Hands it off to Creams.
Oh.
Creams breaks the tackle and then is stopped right at the 10. So Fairland is able to get the ball to the original line of scrimmage. Actually, well, to the line scrimmage on the previous play.
Quentin Cremines just almost rolled out of that pile on his feet. He picked up 5 or 6 yards, and I thought he was going to pick up a lot more, but someone finally got to him. Nice run.
5:53 to go in the second quarter in a scoreless game. Fairland has the ball in the red zone. Ethan Wall in shotgun. Creams moves from his left to his right. Wall takes the snap. Wall has room at the 10, then tries to get a stiff
nice
arm,
tackle.
and is brought down by Carter Smith at the 12. It'd be 4th and long for Fairland, and Fairland looks like they bring out the field goal unit.
Dan.
Yeah, field goal unit coming out as for the Dragons.
27. Gabe, we talked about how you pronounce his last name. Paulison?
Oh, so yeah, Paulison to kick for the Dragons.
Well, Coach Jackson didn't hesitate. The field goal team came out as soon as his quarterback was tackled.
The kick is up and is blocked and recovered by Carter Smith. Actually, no, it was recovered by Cooper McKenzie. Either way, a blocked field goal, and the Tornadoes will take over.
You know, Ben, that kick looked to me like it didn't have a chance of clearing the line of scrimmage. I mean, that was a line drive kick from the start. Never got up in the air at all. I think that was an easy block.
A very low kick. As a quick reminder, this game is brought to you by Seals, Flowers, and Gifts. Locally owned and operated since 1998. Master florists and designers. Once again, Seals, Flowers, and Gifts. Locally owned and operated since 1998. Master florists and designers. 4:53 to go here in the second quarter in the scoreless game. Man in motion. Quick screen pass over to the man in motion, who is Woodland. Woodland breaks free. Woodland's got a hole. Woodland down the
He's
field.
gone.
50, the 40, the 30, the 20, down to the 10, and Carter Woodland all the way. Touchdown, West Muskingum.
Well, that is your basic quick turnaround play, a classic call by an offensive coordinator. You stop a team on a blocked field goal or a turnover, and on the first play you come out and you take a shot at a big play, and the Tornadoes got it.
West Muskingum on the board first, 4:39 to go here in the second quarter. Carter Woodland taking a screen pass all the way to the house, was able to find the open hole and then just broke free and showing off his speed and showing why he is a leading rusher for the Tornadoes this season, Coach Clifford.
Silas Coons out for the PATs, usually a pretty good kicker. He's been a heck of a good kicker for the Tornadoes the last 2 or 3 years. Well, what a play by Windland.
Kuhn is 43 for 46 from PATs.
Now,
But
we got a flag on.
We have a flag.
Tornadoes moved too soon that time. Looked like the left wing closed down the gap before the ball was snapped. Yep, it's going to go against the Tornadoes. But yeah, how about Windland's speed? You know, we know he's a power runner, but he gets in the open, he was gone.
And that's kind of the first big play that the Tornadoes have had offensively, because Fairland up to that point, Coach, was shutting down anything West Muskingum was able to try to do.
Yeah, that's by far their best play. I think their biggest play after that might have been maybe a touchdown that Windland ran, but got called back. I mean, they've been 4, 5, and 6 yard gains at best.
Kuhn for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. So 4:39 to go in the second quarter. West Muskingum leads 7-0. As now Silas Kuhn is now 45 for 47 from PATs on the year.
You know, this is like a heavyweight fight, and it just looks like the Dragons, not only did they give up a touchdown, it just looks like all the air went out of their team on that one big play. I mean, it's just been a back and forth struggle for both teams, and then to give up a touchdown like that takes a lot out of them. I'm anxious to see how they come back their first series on offense after giving up that touchdown at the 4:39 mark here in the first half.
Yeah, very, very interesting what the Dragons do to try to come back. As a quick reminder, this game is brought to you by Paradise Froyo. For any of your sweet tooth needs, go to Paradise Froyo. As well as South 60 Films, the official streaming partner of the West Muskingum Tornadoes.
Well, both these squads are championship caliber teams. And I don't think either team's going to fold their tent because somebody scores first. But I am anxious to see how the Dragons respond. They have about 4.5 minutes here once they field this kickoff. See if they come out and start throwing the ball down the field.
The back to receive will be, looks like it'll be Jack Hayden, as that one is kicked short and caught by the Dragons, by Bumpus. And Bumpus gets the ball to about 40.
That's good.
Yeah, about 41-yard line.
You know, obviously Coach Brownrigg is really concerned about run backs tonight. Their punt they punted it out of bounds, and they haven't kicked the ball deeper than 15 or 20 yards. And Silas Kuhn can kick the ball much farther than that. I've seen him kick this season. He's a better kicker than that.
Wall and shotgun throws it. That one will be caught by Keegan Smith. And Smith jumps over to the athletic training table after being shoved out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
Nice catch. Nice hurdle on the training table there. Out of bounds, just short of a first down.
Yes.
Looks like Coach Jackson's going to throw the ball down the field to me.
And a quick screen pass to Keegan Smith. As he gets past the 45-yard line, that'll be enough for a Fairland Dragons first down.
Well, there's 2 completions in a row. They've gotten the first down. They haven't used the timeout yet. It looks to me like they have 2 timeouts.
The Dragons have 2 timeouts. West Muskingum still has all 3. Takes the snap. Wall throws one deep for Keegan, but that pass will go out of bounds.
Great defense that time by Brownrigg. He had his man smothered. The guy couldn't get past him. I tell you, something that I'm impressed with, besides the passing, catching, and all that, the offensive line hasn't let West End get close to their quarterback. I mean, they are protecting the quarterback, giving him plenty of time.
So 2nd and 10 for Fairland. C.J. Graham in motion. Wall takes the snap, throws a quick bullet pass over to Xander Collins, and he'll be stopped at the 38-yard line. Be 3rd and short for the Dragons. 3rd and 3 to be exact.
Well, West End kicked off at 4:39. They haven't used a minute yet.
Here's the snap on 3rd and 9. Tries to go downfield for C.J. Graham. Over to throws Graham. So now it'll be 4th and 3 for the Dragons.
I'm not sure if Ethan Wall just didn't throw that one away, Ben, because the ball landed out of bounds and his man wasn't that close to the sideline, but he was well covered.
3:46 to go here in the second quarter. West Muskingum leading 7-0. 4th and 3 for the Dragons. As Fairland really don't want to give West Muskingum the ball back.
No,
West Muskingum on the previous possession was able to punch into the end zone on the deep screen pass reception by Carter Woodland. Wall with the throw, tries to throw to Keegan Smith, and Smith is hit after the pass is thrown, after the ball gets there. So the West Muskingum Tornadoes will take over on downs.
Well, the defensive back deflected the ball, and the linebacker, number 33, West Houston, gave him what we call one of those welcome to the neighborhood hits. You catch the ball in my zone, you're going to get hit whether you catch it or not. So that was a great defensive stand that time by the Tornadoes. And they have plenty of time to score as well. They have an excellent passing attack here, as we saw in the last series.
So hands off to Woodland. Woodland breaks off a tackle. It's not going to break off the second one. And Bayes makes it to the original line of. Actually didn't.
You know,
Hard to tell if he made it back to the original line of
I
scrimmage.
think that's about it, man. I think he made it back to the original line of scrimmage. Clock running at 3:13, 2nd down and 10.
As Play a stop, timeout, West Muskingum. 3:09 to go in the second quarter.
I think Coach Brownrigg and his staff have to decide what they want to do here. Do they want to, press it and try to get another score? They want to play it safe and get a first down, run the clock down, and take a big shot. So they're going to talk it over.
As a reminder, this game is brought to you by Custom Vehicles of Zanesville, your local source for all your automotive accessory needs. Check us out at Custom Vehicles of Zanesville, your local source for all your automotive accessory needs. Seeds, flowers, and gifts, locally owned and operated since 1998. The master florists and designers, seals, flowers, and gifts. Paradise Froyo for any of your sweet tooth needs. Call Paradise Froyo and South 60 Films, the official streaming partner of the West Muskingum Tornadoes. West Muskingum has all the momentum in the world, Coach Clifford, as being able to score, stop the Dragons offensively, and get the ball back. And also, as well, since they deferred their choice, also will get the ball to start the second half as well.
I don't think I want to give the Dragons the ball back with much time on the clock.
As Whitland breaks off a tackle, Pile is being pushed in. The Pile will then about die at the 39-yard line. Third and about 8 or so for the Tornadoes.
Well, they're going to have to do a little better than that. They're going to use enough time off of this clock. I think if the Dragons hold them here, we might see Coach Jackson use one of his 2 timeouts.
Anton in the shotgun takes the snap, looks downfield, and it was short. Pass was intended for Taven Bennett. It'll be 4th and 8.
Well, somebody wasn't on the right page, either the quarterback or his receivers, because that ball wasn't really close to anybody. A lot of zip on it. So Anton may have thought his receiver was going to cut up the sideline, but that incomplete pass is the same as a timeout for the Dragons.
Jack Anton to punt, and Keegan Smith to return. Here's the punt. That's the punt off. Bounces at the 30. Now rolls to 20, all the way to near the 10. Goes past the 10 and will be picked up at the 9-yard line.
That's one of my pet peeves as a coach. You have to catch punts. There's certain times when you don't want to catch one, but that was one of the times when you need to come up and catch that line drive punt instead of letting it roll down to the 10-yard line. I mean, they're inside. They're at the 9-yard line.
And one thing I found shocking from Fairland with his struggles offensively as last week had 187 rushing yards, 271 on the year, but this week not being able to get the ball downfield.
Well, they have to be careful here. They make a mistake at this end of the field, it's going to be a quick 6 for the other team.
And a quick handoff. It goes about maybe 2 or 3 yards.
Well, Coach Jackson definitely has the quarterback and the receiving core to throw something down the field. But with 1:50 on the clock here in the first half, and where they're at on the field in the shadow of their goalpost, that was definitely a safe call on first down. We'll see what he does on second down here and 7.
So 15 seconds left to go on the play clock. Fairland does have 2 timeouts remaining. Muskingum also has 2. Play clock now goes down to about 5. Wall hands off to Creans, who is quickly met, and the timeout, West Muskingum.
Yes.
Maybe their second timeout of the half. 1:20 to go here in the second quarter. Tornadoes with a 7-point lead.
So what you're thinking now on your west side line, we force them into a passing down. It's an incomplete pass. The clock will stop. If they catch it, we tackle them short. We're going to call a timeout and try to get the ball back with about a minute to go in the half and see if we can get Silas Kuhn in range for a field goal.
They try to get a field goal, try to go up by 10 because Tornadoes will get the ball back to to start the second half. So if the Tornadoes could score again before halftime, no good for the Tornadoes, a lot of momentum to pull the potential upset.
That's right. I think if they could get a score here, they hold the Dragons and get a score, I mean, they're going to have much time. They're not going to have any timeouts. Maybe one. So if they can get a score here and then get the ball back and score open the second half, that's a 3-score lead in a game where points have been very tough to come by.
It's now, well, timeout, but it's about over. West Muskingum leads 7-0, 1:20 to go in the second quarter. Fairland still has 2 timeouts. Tornadoes have 1. As a honor, the winner of this game will take on the winner of Wheelersburg and Union.
There's nobody on the split end. There's nobody. Oh, yeah. Better wake up, fellas.
Wall in the shotgun. Defensive lineman moved, and the flag comes out.
The defense is pointing at the offense. The offense is pointing at the defense.
And it'll be a false start against the Dragons.
And this is probably going to change your play call, too. Now, instead of 3rd and 7, it's going to be 3rd and 12, and you're awfully close to your own goal line.
This is one of those moments, Coach, that the Dragons cannot afford a mistake.
I'm either going to run the ball here or throw it deep.
Wall, the pocket collapses. He gets a quick screen pass off, but is quickly shoved out of bounds.
Out of
Devin
bounds.
Murray with the catch. And Fairland will send out the punt unit.
All right, your option now is try to block the punt and get a quick score, or hold the offensive line up, let your return man catch a punt. It's probably going to be on your side, on their side of the 50. So all the aces are in the hands of the Tornadoes right now.
So Eli Pine set the punt. Timeout, Dragons. 1:12 to go here in the second quarter. Both teams only have 1 timeout remaining each.
Well, to call a timeout now, that tells me that, I mean, was it West that called a timeout?
Fairland.
Fairland? Okay. Fairland is expecting the Tornadoes to try some kind of special trick here in the kicking game. They can't afford to give that away.
Now, they can't really afford to give anything away in this situation, as they can't afford a block punt. And then also, where they're at, either way, very good chance the Tornadoes to have a good field position to try to punch one more in before we go into the locker room for halftime.
This is a good time for a punt return team to absolutely sell the idea that they're going to block this punt, and it forces that punter to hurry, and that usually means he kicks it straight up in the air. But you don't really rush that hard, but you make it look that way. We'll see what happens here. A lot of guys up front.
Here's the snap. Pine gets the punt off. Short punt.
Yeah. Look at that.
As
that's a disaster.
it will roll and stop right at the 30. Not the time you want a short punt.
Well, I think everybody on the punt return team for West End should get an Oscar for that effort, because they absolutely made it look like they were going to storm the castle, and they did not. They were holding up the offensive lineman as best they could. Hunter got a little nervous, and that came off the side of his foot. Where are they? The 25?
About actually 20, around the 29. Actually, no, yeah, 25. In at the low backfield, pocket breaks free, and he runs into his own offensive lineman and then stumbles and falls down.
That's not one Jake Anton's going to put on his highlight reel, that's for sure.
No, so 45 seconds and counting for the Tornadoes, up by 7 late here in the first half.
Looked like he was going to run that ball, try to pick up a first down with his legs. Just lost his footing.
Anton takes the snap.
There it is.
One deep for the end zone. With the intention for Tavin Bennett, and the pass falls incomplete. Flag is thrown in the backfield.
That's a holding territory. Oh!
Yeah, it'll be a roughing the passer against the Dragons, a 15-yard penalty. There'll be an automatic first down for
Well, I took my eyes off the quarterback, and I went with the ball down the field. If we had that on replay, I'd like to see that.
So I was looking at.
Well, that's that was first down, and Anton The world spun on him that time, and he's lucky he came out of that with his helmet on. 30 seconds to go. One timeout in the pocket of Nate Brownrigg. The scoreboard's correct.
Anton takes the snap, throws it over towards the side, towards the
box on the
near
stop.
side
He got out of bounds.
Houston knocked out of bounds. Be 23.2 seconds to go.
All right. Open sale changes. 3 new players are coming in. Second down, about 6. Well, they're in range for a field goal. Now, this is just about where they kicked their extra point from because they had a penalty on their touchdown. So they can kick from here.
Anton in the shotgun, wiggling to his left. Anton throws it for the end zone. Intended for Tavin Bennett. And Tavin, that quarterback, wide receiver connection, not having a lot of luck today. Tavin Bennett has been swarmed all game long every time they try to throw the ball to him, Coach.
Well, those 2 guys are struggling for that football. I mean, if they'd have called pass interference on either one of them, I wouldn't have been surprised.
Yeah, a lot of contact between both the receiver and defender. So about 3rd and 5 now. 19 seconds remaining in the half. Anton drops back, looks for the end zone, and is low and hits the ground and falls incomplete. Pass intended for Connor Hill.
Great call, Ben. I mean, he was wide open. He ran that quick slant. One receiver went in, the other receiver went out. He was open. The ball just wasn't there.
That'll be a timeout, West Muskingum. 13.4 seconds to go. Tornado leads 7-0. 13 seconds remaining.
Well, I see a nice clean jersey at
fourth
number
down.
21. That's Silas Kuhn. I think this is I know as a head coach, you get this close, you want that ball to go across the end zone in the hands of one of your athletes, one of your ball carriers or your receivers. But this might be a great time for Silas to kick that field goal because, like you said, they get the ball first to start the second half. Here they come.
There goes Torres out of the timeout.
Well, the only field goal attempt tonight was blocked by the Tornadoes. Let's see if the Dragons can return the favor. What line of scrimmage is? What's the line of scrimmage, Ben? About 15?
So it'll be Silas Kuhn
about
with the
30-yard
field
field
goal.
goal.
Has not made a field goal this season, 0 for 3. There's the kick. It is up, and there's a penalty. He missed the original kick, but
flag down.
There's a flag.
Flag's on the far side, so he's pointing at the Tornadoes. Offsides?
Yeah, offsides against West Muskingum.
Okay, line up, kick it again, fellas.
Wait.
No. Wait a minute here. Hold it, we're going to call it again.
Yeah, on Fairland.
There
Well, I
you
was trying to say, yeah, you can't have offsides off.
Really?
It'd be a false start.
Well, you know, I wondered about that.
So 12 seconds left in the half.
I mean, they're going to move that ball up 5 yards. That's almost a first down, but not quite. Do they have a timeout left? They're going to go with the field goal. They're going to stick with it. I think that's the right call.
The Silas Kuhn to kick the field goal. The snap, the kick, up blocked by the Dragons. Kuhn came up with it. It's recovered by the Dragons. And the 1st and 10 for Fairland, 5.3 seconds remaining. Fairland could have 2 options, Coach. Take the knee and go to halftime and go for a Hail Mary and try to tie this thing.
I don't think they're going to come out with a Hail Mary, but I think that was a great job on the field goal block team. They definitely returned the favor. West Muskingum blocked their earlier field goal attempt, and these guys came through with it. That is a huge block because that makes it a 2-score game, and now it's It's still a one-score game. 5 seconds to go.
Oh, well, what happened? Well, then the kicker also slipped on the kick as well.
Well, you know, I think that's the natural surface coming into play. And we talked to Nate Brownrigg, the head coach for West, before the game. He didn't think the field would affect their players, but I think that's a prime example of.
And a handoff to Creans, and that will end the first half as West Muskingum, the number 7 seed, up 7-0 against number 2 seed Fairland. As both teams come on more of a defensive battle, Coach.
It's a defensive struggle. Usually the games as you get into week 12 and week 13, defensive struggles are more the rule than the exception, that's for sure.
Well, we're going to set aside for a quick break as you're watching the OHSA playoffs on State 60 Films.
Is now entering the field. They are in their 29th season under the direction of Andrew Reitz. The band starts tonight with a pop song that debuted at number 9 before topping out at number 2 on the charts. Here's Lady Gaga's Bad Romance. English Albanian pop star Dua Lipa had her second top 5 hit in the U.S. with her next song, which was ranked #1 song in 2021. The band continues tonight with Levitating. The band finishes tonight with a hit song from one of our 80s most epic hair bands, Twisted Sister. Sing along as the band rocks out to We're Not Gonna Take It. Veterans for our service, and we'll be performing in a parade tomorrow, so thank you, veterans.
35 probably. Yeah, 32, 35. I've been taking 32 on.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the field your Fairland High School Marching Band. Join us as we journey through the mysterious and thrilling world of Stranger Things. With music arranged by Evan White, this year's show combines the pulse-pounding excitement of the Upside Down with iconic music from the 1980s. We'll begin with a song that you'll recognize from Stranger Things Season 4, the epic anthem Separate Ways, Worlds Apart by Journey. Next, we pay tribute to Steve Harrington and the mysterious side of the 80s with Corey Hart's Sunglasses at Night. Whether you're running from the Demogorgon or just rocking that 80s vibe, this track sets the mood for any dark and perplexing adventure. And now, a hauntingly powerful song, one that echoes through Hawkins and beyond. Phil Collins in the air tonight. Feel the anticipation as our musicians take you into the heart of the Upside Down. For our grand finale, we bring together two iconic tracks that define the battle for survival in Stranger Things. We will feature our percussion section with the driving intensity of Master of Puppets, before the band soars in with the haunting melody of Running Up That Hill. These two worlds collide in the struggle and hope that defines our journey. Let's hear it again for the best band in the land, your Fairland Marching Dragons.
As welcome back to second half from Jim Mayo Stadium. I'm Ben Anderson alongside me, Doug Clifford. West Muskingum with a 7-0 lead in the second half, and that one will be recovered at the 30-yard line. West Muskingum to have the ball to start things off here in quarter number 3, aiming to try to pull the second round upset.
Well,
as a few scores from the area. The winner of this game will take on Wheelersburg in the Union Local winner, with Wheelersburg up at the half 14-3. Ironton, the number 1 seed, currently shutting out Portsmouth at halftime 23-0. And then New Lexington up against Logan Elm 23-7. First and 10 now for the Tornadoes. Anton in the shotgun. Hands it off to Woodland. Actually fakes hands off, keeps it himself. Anton breaks free, and he will finally be stopped at about the 38-yard line.
I think that's his biggest gain of the night. Quarterback keeper all the way. Picked up about 7 yards. But the kickoff was covered by number 33, Wes Houston. He must have taken a page from Dirty Harry. A good man knows his limitations. He didn't try to return that thing. He just covered it up.
Yeah, Anton just great job of the fake handoff, being able to fake out the defensive line. It was caused him to get the extra yardage. Anton takes the snap from the shotgun. Wants the throw, but the play is stopped, and we have a flag on the play. And it will be against the Tornadoes. False start. It'll be a 5-yard penalty against West Muskingum.
You know, I'm not sure who it was, but if I had to guess, I would guess it was the wide receiver. He looked like he came out of his stance like he was on fire, and I think he was just a little quick. Well, that was a good call by Coach Brown-Rigg. Second and short. Let's go throw the ball down the field, see what we can get. If it's incomplete, we got 3 yards to go. But as it turns out, now they have about 7 or 8 yards to make it on second down because of the penalty.
So second and long for the Tornadoes. 2 receivers on both sides. Quarterback in shotgun, running back behind him. Fakes off the handoff to Woodland. Now hands it off to Carter Smith. Carter Smith on reverse. Smith breaks free. Smith, one man to beat. The 20, the 10. And he breaks the tackle. Touchdown, West Muskingum.
Oh, that was a little reverse that time. And Carter Smith took advantage of that carry and went all the way. Another big play touchdown for the Tornadoes.
Carter Smith on the reversal takes it all the way to the house and finds pay dirt. Make it 13-0 in favor of the West Muskingum Tornadoes. 10:56 to go here in quarter number 3. And Silas Kuhn with the extra point upcoming.
Well, Coleman Lloyd for the West Muskingum Tornadoes may have made the best non-block of his life. He didn't block anybody, and it's a good thing because it could have been a penalty. He just let him go. He saw Carter Smith was in the clear, and that's exactly what you teach your guys to do.
And the kick is up, and flag on the play.
Well, I've never seen so many malfunctions on an extra point and field goal game as I have tonight.
Yeah, but every field goal attempt or extra point attempt in this game has resulted in either encroachment or a false start. This time it is called offsides against the Dragons.
Okay, offsides against the Dragons. Let's see if this changes Coach Brown-Rigg's decision here. If he's going to go for 2 with the short distance. Nope. He's going to kick.
Kuhn for the extra point. Snap, kick, up, and good, but another flag.
Now what? So correct me if I'm wrong, Ben, but if that's a dead ball foul, I mean, they have to kick it again.
Maybe have to. The dead ball. Encroachment. So now it'll be the ball will be placed half the distance to the goal. It'll be half the distance, and
so half the distance the first time, put it at the 1.5. So this puts it inside the 1. Well, they're going to go for 2. I see Silas Kuhn has been taken off the field by Coach Brown-Rigg, they're in the power I formation here.
Anton takes that, hands up to the fullback. Fumble.
I
Ball
think
is loose and picked up by Fairland, and the play is played dead. As on an extra point, if there's a fumble, so the defense cannot advance an extra point.
Okay.
So that's why the play was killed dead immediately. We picked it up. So the 2-point conversion is no good. 10:56 to go in the second quarter. West Muskingum up 13-0.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if that 1 point taken off the scoreboard makes a difference tonight, because I have a feeling it's going to be that kind of a game.
As a reminder, this game is brought to you by Custom Vehicles of Zanesville, your local source for all your automotive accessory needs. Check us out, Custom Vehicles of Zanesville. Seals, flowers, and gifts, locally owned and operated since 1998. Master florists and designers, Seals, Flowers, and Gifts by Paradise Froyo. For any of your sweet tooth needs, go to Paradise Froyo and South 60 Films, the official streaming partner of the West Muskingum Tornadoes.
Well, I worked with a guy, Coach Tom Fell, and he hated giving the ball to the tailback for the extra point, because your tailback might be 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but that was a handoff to the fullback that was botched, and the Dragons blew that play up. I think had he made the handoff, I don't think he would have gotten in.
And Tornadoes go for an onside kick, and he lost it. It was loose.
I think the Tornadoes have it.
And it's going to be rolled, and it is going to be recovered by West Muskingum. As what had happened was Elias Blankenship, Richie had it.
No one knows what happened.
Yeah, it touched. Well, now the officials are all conversing.
Yeah, I just saw the one referee show the other guy. I don't know what happened. I didn't see it.
Well, watching the review, what had happened was there's going to be West Muskingum ball. Blankenship had it. It bounced off his fingertips.
Right.
Therefore, first touch by the receiving team. It's anyone's ball.
I saw
Muskingum on top of it.
I saw this on TV the other day. A guy did the same thing. He recovered the ball and got up and ran off the field with it. Don't run off the field with it. Stand up and hand it to the referee. Show him you had the ball.
Anton takes a snap, throws it towards the near sideline, and it will be caught by Braxton Browrig and is shoved out of bounds and runs into one of the
younger players on the Dragon sideline took the brunt of that hit. The defensive back drove Brownrigg out of bounds, and Brownrigg drove into it looked like number 60 and knocked him onto the running track. Second down to about 3.
Anton and shotgun, Woodland behind. Fakes a handoff to Woodland. Anton's got some room, goes down midfield, drops his shoulder, and is down right past the 30-yard line. First down, Tornadoes. And multiple flags, and
well, we're going to have some extracurricular activity on this call. I don't know who it's on. I don't know which team, but there's a little too much conversation after that play was over.
Have a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on West Muskingum.
That when they played New Lexington earlier in the season, penalties killed the Tornadoes. They played New Lex step for step, but they just had way too many penalties, and now we have a penalty here. I'm anxious. Now, will this be a first down, Ben? It's a dead ball foul.
Well, no, you got a dead ball. No, you put it at the end. No, you back up 15, okay. But since.
So it is a first down.
Yeah, it will be first down. Yeah, since they got the first, since they already went ahead and got the first down, it changed.
Still, if you're a ball carrier, you're going to get hit.
Yeah, I say on that one, yeah, it's still first down, because since you got the first down, but then you just put the ball back.
Yeah.
And then Woodland is stopped, and that's something when you get in games like this, especially the intensity of the playoffs, things could start getting chippy later on once you get further into this game, Coach.
Well, you just have to play with a little poise. You just have to play with poise. I was one of the teams I coached early in my career. One of my kids made a tremendous run, got the first down that would have won the game, and he punched the tackler, and we lost the game because of that.
Anton fakes it, Anton was originally on a throw, now takes off and runs out of bounds. Is chased out of bounds by Jack Hayden. It'll be 2nd and long.
Well, he's not going to pick up a lot of yards. He picked up some, but what he did best, well, he may have had a first down. Yeah, first down. What he did best was he didn't throw it into a crowd. His receiver was covered. He only had one guy to throw it to. When you roll out like that, you only have the outside edge of the field to throw. His receiver was covered. He made the right call. He pulled it down, ran for the first down. He picked up more yards than I thought he had.
9:47 to go in the third. West Muskingum up 13-0 against Fairland. Snap, hands it off to Woodland. Woodland tries to go up the middle, tries to spin. Can't get himself completely turned around. And it'd be a gain of about probably close to 4.
It looks like the linebackers, the defensive coordinator for the Dragons, is calling what we would call a run blitz. He's sending linebackers on first down, not in anticipation of a throw, but to plug the gaps and try to seal every gap along the line of scrimmage and stop the runner before he gets ahead of steam.
Anton takes a snap.
They're attacking
Here
again.
comes the pressure, and Anton will be sacked.
Great defensive call by the Dragons defensive coordinator.
Yeah, Garrett Cornwell comes up with the sack, and a big play indeed for the West Muskingum, for the Fairland Dragons.
You know, all this is set up because West M had a unsportsmanlike conduct call against them after a big gain. I mean, they should be down there where the first down marker is already. Instead, they're back here, close to the 40-yard line.
And that was now Cornwell's 3rd and a half sack this season for the Dragons. Anton drops back, and he is sacked again. Back-to-back sacks for the Fairland's defensive line, and Cornwell is there again. Make that 2 sacks, back-to-back sacks for him. It'd be 4th and forever for
15 at
the
least.
Tornadoes.
Maybe more. I really like the change of pace that the defense came up with for Fairland. I mean, they were strictly in attack mode all 3 downs there. Run blitz, pass blitz on the last down. I mean, they were coming again.
Gets the punt off. Keegan Smith catches it right around the 10. It is taken down.
Nice tackle by number 11,
by Connor Hill.
That time, the punt return man did a great job. He fielded the punt. It was a line drive kick. I thought he was going to return that thing, but Connor Hill changed all those plans. Great coverage by the cover man for West Muskingum.
So Fairland now on offense.
1st and 10 at the 9.
For the first time in the second half. As it now quarterback is Jack Hayden. He takes quarterback keeper and only goes for about maybe 2 or so yards.
I wonder if that was a run-pass option play because it looked like he was looking downfield, but he had the ball tucked under his arm all the way. He lost a yard.
As Hayden comes out and coming back in will be Ethan Wall at quarterback.
I think that was a run all the way.
So Wall in shotgun. Receiver now in motion. Rolls right. Throws one down towards the sideline. Ball's incomplete. 3rd down.
3rd down and 11. Well, this is the first time they've had the ball in the second half, and they have to start out at their own 9-yard line. They have a tall task here for a first down.
The Dragons do need the first down here, Coach. Last time they were in this type of field position.
See how West is going to play this.
Gave West Muskingum the ball on Fairland's own 30-yard line. Here's the snap. Tries to go deeper. Keegan Smith. No! Bounces off the fingertips of Owen Bertram. It'll be 4th down for Fairland.
Well, not only did West Muskingum stopped them on 3 plays. They've won the field position battle so far in the second half. I mean, had an onside kick recovered. They scored on their first possession. The onside kick, got that ball. Now they're going to get the ball back again if they field this cleanly. I mean, their punt return guys, they're lining up on the 45-yard line, and I think that's being very safe. Last time the kick was about half that.
I guess the punt was ran into.
Look out. I think we had offsides on the Tornadoes.
That is exactly what it is to be a 5-yard penalty. Still be 4th down.
Looked like the end man on the line of scrimmage. It looked to me like he was 2 yards across the line of scrimmage before the ball was ever snapped. I mean, that was an easy call for the line judge.
So now be 4th and 5. Fairland to line up again to punt.
Yeah, if I was West, I'd let this guy punt all day.
Pine gets the punt off.
Another short punt.
It'll be caught by Smith. Actually bobbled by Smith. But he's able to pick it up.
Oh, man.
Carter Smith originally muffs the punt, but it is able to recover it.
Well, just like you draw it up. Now look where they're going to start.
Right at the 30-yard line. So West Muskingum have the ball on Fairland's 30-yard line. 6:30 to go here in the third. West Muskingum up 13-0 against the Dragons. West Muskingum is 1-0 against Fairland in the playoffs, as the Tornadoes did earn their first ever playoff win against Fairland 2 years ago. There's the snap to Ayton. Ayton is tripped up at the 30-yard. Actually, just swapped back to. No, did not make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Half a yard short.
When we talked to Coach Brownrigg, we asked him if they practiced on grass this week, and he said they really don't have any place to do that. And that was a grass tackle. If that was on artificial surface, Anton turns it up for probably a 5 or 6 yard gain. But, he tried to make that cut on that slick grass and couldn't do it.
This is the first game of the season
yes,
that
it is.
West Muskingum has played on on a grass field. Anton throws it, goes deep, got a man, touchdown West Muskingum. Braxton Brownrigg with the touchdown, 20-0 in favor of the Tornadoes.
We talked about which quarterback was going to hit the long ball first. Ethan Wall had 1 in the first half. This one goes all the way. Wow.
Coach have a one impressive.
How did he come up with that?
Well, it's just more of the impressive throw from Anton, scrambling, having to throw it across his body.
Yes. Rolled left, threw it across his body, right on the money. All right, what are we going to have here? Kick or a 2-point? Right now, we better get some guys on the field.
Actually, it makes it 19-0 in favor of West Muskingum.
It looks like it's going to be a 2-point attempt here.
Well, if it is 2-point conversion, needs to hurry up and get the snap off. As 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Actually, a fake snap to Woodland. Woodland throws it over to Brownrigg. Didn't try to get the pass off. The pass falls incomplete on the double reversal, and
yeah. Well, the extra point and field goal game has been about mysterious. Even if he had caught that, Ben, he wouldn't have scored. He had to make a diving attempt to catch the ball. Had he caught it, he'd have been down at the 1 yard line.
5:44 to go in the third quarter. West Muskingum up 19-0, but Fairland head coach Mike Jackson really kind of let his frustrations be known to the officials after that 2-point conversion. I think he wanted a holding call on that touchdown play. But also, for Fairland as well, was the 2 seed entering this game going against the 7 seed, and it's now 19-0, Coach.
Well, what's also frustrating Coach Jackson is he knows he's 19 points down, and he hasn't been able to score 1 point yet. So to score 20 points now with the third quarter down to 5:44, he knows the task is extremely tall right now. I think they're going to come out. I think they're going to come out throwing right away. The worst thing they could do is have about a nice 7-minute drive for a touchdown and be into the fourth quarter.
Well, West Muskingum has gone for an onside kick every kickoff up to this point and does it again. And
now,
Alexander Collins is trying to receive it. It was ran into, but I'm going.
He has to let the guy
catch it. Yes. So that one, I think. Would that one be considered kick catch interference?
That's what I would think. We put that play in one year because Northwestern University did it, but in high school it's illegal.
Yeah, let's see that.
Oh, they're giving it to West.
They're going to give West Muskingum. Let's see the replay on that one more time if we're able to.
Yeah, that would be. I'm sure Coach Jackson would like to see a replay on that and have it changed.
And Coach Jackson now up to right above the number at the 40-yard line. Headset is off, and
he's upset.
You can tell, and he is absolutely just livid. And he is letting his frustrations be known.
And he's going to get a 15-yard penalty if he's not careful.
Well, he's already passed the number, so therefore he should already have one.
That's right.
So they rule West Muskingum ball. Ball now.
Coach, be careful.
Well, and the Fairland faithful not too happy about the call either.
I tell you, Ben, I think I agree with the guys in green. I think that was interference.
So Anton hands it off to Wayland, and he is.
But right now, as a coaching staff, you have to get your kids focused out with the task at hand. I mean, you can't be anything other than the task at hand. You have to stop the Tornadoes now, and they're in 4-down territory right now with 2nd and 5 or 2nd and 4. I mean, you have to stop these guys right now or this game's over.
Anton pitched it to Woodland. Woodland tries to find the open hole, but he's got enough for the first down.
I think that's the first outside run we've seen besides the reverse that Carter Smith scored on. Everything has been between the tackles all night for the Tornadoes.
5:03 to go in the third quarter. Tornadoes currently upsetting the second-seeded Fairland Dragons, 19-0. West Muskingum found pay dirt on their last drive, trying to do it again. Less than 10 seconds left to go in the play clock. Anton takes the snap, fakes the handoff.
Look at this. He's open.
He's actually now it goes right, now it goes left. And now, and a flag is thrown. There should be a block in the back against Fairland. Well, it should be, 2 flags thrown on the end of that play.
Well, you know when anybody changes the field like that,
you got to look for blindside block and crackbacks, because it's sure to happen. It's sure there'll be a blindside block called against West Muskingum. Yeah, as you said, on those reverse passes, you have to watch out for that, because always somebody's going to drop in. Either someone's going to get hit in the back or someone's going to get blindsided.
And a few years ago, he'd have gotten a sticker on his helmet for that block instead of a penalty.
So the 15-yard personal foul penalty will back up West Muskingum. It makes it first down at maybe 25. First and forever.
That's the break the Dragons needed for sure.
And a pass is completed over to Houston. Tackle by Keegan Smith. And be second down.
Looked like number 3 is working for an Emmy. He tried to draw one of those NBA when those guys hit, get bumped and collapse. Second down and 15, maybe 16.
Anton takes the snap, rolls right, actually rolls left, excuse me. And tries to go for the pass, and that pass is low, falls incomplete.
Well, the fans ought to be happy about that call that wasn't made because that was pass interference. Third down. Okay, this is when the Dragons need to take advantage of that blindside block penalty call. They can't give up a first down here. The odds are in their favor. I'm looking for the blitz to come in this time. It's what they've done in the past is they've sent at least 5 guys, if not 6.
Well, it looks like they're probably going to send 5 guys, and the way it looks like,
here they come.
Here comes the house. Anton is brought down by Lucas Bumpus in 4th and long for the Tornadoes, and West Muskingum is probably going to be forced to punt here. And that is exactly what they will elect to do. Will punt. Keegan Smith will be back to return from Fairland.
Well, I saw one of the Dragons push a Tornado player at the end of the play, and Coach Jackson sent somebody in for him. It's a good call, Coach. Guys, things get a little hot, get that kid off the field, let him cool off, get somebody else in the game.
Anton gets the punt off. That's time a missile shot. Gets past Keegan Smith and rolls out of bounds inside the 5. Well, it rolls at around the 2-1 yard line.
When Coach Jackson and his staff watch this film, they're going to be just shaking their heads at their field position they've had tonight. Man, I mean, look at this. Are they at the 2?
Not the 1.
Gee whiz. I mean,
actually,
West Muskingum has the points.
No, you're right, at 2 yard line.
But they've also won the field position battle nearly the entire game, except for the first possession of the game. I think Fairland has just had terrible field position for almost 90% of their possessions.
Wall and shotgun, running backs to both sides of him. He drops back to pass. Goes one deep for Keegan Smith, and pass goes incomplete. And honestly, on that one, Keegan Smith lucky getting away with OPI on that one. As what had happened was, I saw him, he grabs the defender, kind of throws him off to the side to create the space necessary to try to make a play on the ball.
I've always thought, and you being a referee, I've always thought referee crews didn't call pass interference nearly as closely as
in that situation, on that one, Baxter's is the inside guy, Sideline has the outside guy, and the hardest thing is, with the limited number of officials, it's hard to cover those type of plays. As Wall has to scramble out of bounds with the defensive pressure.
Well, that was just about a 2-point shot there by the defense. Down here too. Now, if he's in the end zone to throw the ball, and it's a holding call, is that a safety?
I don't think so. Don't.
All right, 3rd down and 8. Wall scrambled for a couple. 3rd down and 8. Wow, what a situation the Dragons are in. Here comes the blitz.
Now tries to go deep and overthrows his man. That has been the struggles with Ethan Wall tonight. He's had multiple deep ball opportunities, but he just has lacked the accuracy with the deep ball, Coach.
Well, that could be another difference in the game. Anton has put that ball on the money a couple of times on long passes, and that's resulted in scores. So right now that's an advantage the Dragons don't have. They haven't been able to hit that deep ball. They have to get a good snap here. If I was the punt return guy, I'd be standing on about the 30. That ball's not going to go very far.
As punt is up, and it's going to be caught by Connor Hill. Breaks the second tackle, and slips and falls at the 25-yard line.
Nice coverage that time. And it looks like number 76, one of the big guys, Caleb Pierce. Boy, if this is right, if that's the right guy, no, that's the rest of us. 76, Peyton Lucas. Oh, he's a freshman too. 6'2", 220 freshman.
2:23 to go in the third. West Muskingum up 19-0 against Fairland. Winner of this game will take on Wheelersburg and Union Local next week.
I'm looking for Coach Brown ready to keep this pretty close to the vest. Unless he tries a big pass on first down, I think we're going to see a lot of runs here.
Hands it off to Woodland. Woodland goes down the middle and is met by a group of defenders. Looks like Cameron Kitts was in there.
Well, when it comes to play calling, right now it's advantage West Muskingum. You don't have to score to win this game. You can just run a few plays, run clock down, and play defense, and you're going to win. Whereas the defensive guys, they can't give up a first down. You're telling your guys, we can't give them a first down in 4-down territory.
As a whole,
Whoop. Everybody,
a lot of defensive linemen moved.
everybody flinched, but nobody crossed the neutral zone.
3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second.
That's delay a game.
No, they're going to say he got the snap off in time. And he breaks free. Touchdown, West Muskingum. Carter Woodland, his second touchdown of the game. And
Wow.
West Muskingum is adding it on here against the Dragons.
Who gets the big block right there? Nice block, took his man to the ground. All Windland had to do was not drop the ball. Great blocking, great running. Now we have a 4-score game. Silas Kuhn is in to try to make it 26-0 at 1:25 left in the third quarter.
Well, one more. Well, if Muskingum is able to hold Fairland scoreless and score another touchdown, we will reach the point differential rule. As Kuhn, the kick is up, and it's good, but
I think it's a flag.
on
I think it's going to be offsides on the green.
no flag.
No flag.
So 26-0 in favor of West Muskingum. 1:25 to go here in the third quarter. Yes, Wayne said this would be a defensive showdown, 2 versus 7. Even though the 2 versus 7 game as well, Fairland is really struggling offensively.
Well, I think they've struggled offensively because of where they've had to start. I mean, they've started inside the 5-yard line the last couple of times. Well, I think one time they had great field position. They had the ball at the 9. So the second half has just been a nightmare for field position. They give you up a touchdown on the Tornadoes' first possession, and West kicked an onside kick, got it. So it's just been a nightmare. Then the bloop kick that Coach Jackson disputed, that also went West M's favor. So if it could go wrong for Fairland in the second half, it has. I mean, I can't think of a single play that's gone their way.
Well, the only one is the original touchdown play in the first half that was negated by penalty.
Right.
West Muskingum lining up to kick off as gone for onside free kick up to this point, except for this one. Ends up being a true kickoff, and it is fielded by Christian Bumpus. Bumpus is met once he gets past the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Dragons. Dragons just trying to show any bit of life offensively.
You know, it's hard to believe that their best field position of the second half is their own 17.
That is crazy to believe. Wall and the shotgun. Looking deep for a man, Jack Hayden. He's got him at the 40-yard line. 1st down, Fairland.
Boy, I think number 3 should have kept running. That pass was right on the money. He found a seam in the zone.
Now gets the pass.
Look
out.
out.
Pass again. Now he breaks free, slides, and is hit from behind right when he goes to slide. And that'll be 2nd down.
Well, now, the defensive coordinator for West M, I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can rush 3. You can rush 6. Right now, they're just going to rush 3 guys.
Wall and is forced to run out of bounds.
Smart play by Carter Smith that time by West Muskingum. He did not go for that cheap shot on the sideline on the quarterback. He knew he was going to go out of bounds. He just let him go. Heady play. Third down, about 4.
Fairland, and big opportunity here for the Dragons, and flag is thrown.
What? What? Motion on the defense? Offside. Okay.
Yeah, outside against defense.
That'll be a first down.
Yeah, in that situation, 5 gets you 1, and that'll result in a first down for the Dragons.
I think somebody must have lined up in the neutral zone because nobody really jumped.
I think it's probably one of those situations like the guy's helmet was over the football.
Yeah. But the referee called it immediately, so, it must have been pretty obvious.
Wall
Look
going
out,
deep for
look out.
Hayden.
Oh.
Incomplete, nearly intercepted by Braxton Brownrigg. Pass intended for Jack Hayden. But Brownrigg on this replay, Coach, just make great play on the ball and nearly came up with the interception.
Well, you teach your defensive backs to go for the ball at its highest point. You're not catching a punt back there. You're not making a fair catch. Go for the ball at its highest point. It's a good thing he did, or that would have been a reception.
An interception and a possible score for Fairland. 34.2 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Dragons trail by 26. Dragons trying to avoid being shut out. Wall with the snap. Wall goes deep for Keegan Smith. Caught by Smith. He fumbles. And it's picked up and recovered. Actually, no, still not recovered.
That's an incomplete pass.
And they're going to say it's a fumble and a catch, but, well, he had caught it and went several yards down.
You think he did?
Yeah, I think he went a few yards downfield, so therefore it's a catch and a fumble, and Coach Jackson is going absolutely ballistic.
I don't think he had possession.
Well,
see if we can see that play
it's
again.
like Back Judge rules he has possession. Beanbag is down, and now we also have an injury on the field at the 50-yard line as well. And a score update, 3 minutes to go. New Lexington up against Logan Elm, 52-14. As officials still discussing.
I've covered several of the New Lexington football games. They score in bunches.
On this one, we can try to see a replay one more time on this.
All right, here we go.
And then they rule it. It will be Fairland ball. As he caught.
I don't really think he ever had it put away.
I think the reason was on that one.
I thought it should have been
Well, I understand what the original call, why is originally the call was, because the way the receiver was, the back judge only saw his back. He never really saw the front side of him with the football, so he has to.
How can they give that ball to Fairland? They didn't come up with it. West End came up with the fumble. He wasn't down when he lost the ball. He was still running when the ball came loose. So I don't understand this call at all. I think the referees blew this call away. I think it was an incomplete pass.
Yeah, incomplete pass. We have a fumble recovered by West Muskingum.
I think it was.
I'm with you, Coach. How in the world do we have first down at the 15-yard line then?
I think it was everything except jaywalking. Pete's sake.
Are they saying he caught it and was down before he fumbled?
So they ruled that he caught it, that he fumbled it, and that he recovered it.
Or that
but the problem was he didn't, or that he was down when he dropped it, but he wasn't down when he lost possession. He was running with the ball, but I don't think he ever had complete control of it. Well,
from that angle, I can understand why they thought it was a catch, because he went a few yards with the ball in his hands.
Right.
That one you think it's a catch and a fumble.
Right.
So I don't blame him for the initial call in the field being a fumble, because I would have called the same thing as a catch as well. Now throws it downfield for Jack Hayden, is caught on the sideline. First down.
The great catch on the sideline, kept his feet in bounds. But now, if you're West Muskingum, now the shoe's on the other foot. Now you have to have your kids get refocused and just play the next play. Forget about the last play. Play the next one. Play the next one.
So with the first down, the clock was stopped long enough for the first down, as you want to say, he actually was out of bounds. Wall throws to the end zone, aiming for C.J. Graham. It is caught. Touchdown, Fairland. C.J. Graham with the score.
All right. Right on the money.
C.J. Graham with the score. And the Dragons cut it within 20.
Well, that may have been Ethan Wall's best pass of the night. I mean, that was right on the money, right where it had to be. The defender had no chance. Man got deeper than he was. Wall put it right where it had to be for the score. Great play, great execution.
So now lining up to kick will be Polston. And Polston's kick is up, and it's good. 6 seconds remaining in the third. West Muskingum 26, Fairland 7. Fairland avoids the shutout, but now Fairland's going to need a lot more of that to come back in this game.
Well, you know, West Muskingum isn't playing a team that went 2-8. They're playing a championship squad, and championship squads get used to winning. So this isn't any time to put it in the second unit if you're the Tornadoes, because these guys are going to be coming for the victory. I mean, that was regardless of that controversial call on the pass play, the Dragons took advantage of that and took it into the end zone immediately, cut this lead to 26-7. They're a little bit back in the ball game now.
Ball questions now, Coach. Well, since you're a former coach, do you go for an onside kick here?
Oh, you bet you do. You can't let this team have the ball and get 2 or 3 first downs. You got to try to go for the extra point or the onside kick, I believe. And it looks like they're lining up to kick it deep, but I'll be stunned if it goes deep. I think it's going to come right down here at number 4.
That's exactly what Fairland tries to do. Maybe a onside kick. Goes past the 50. Anyone's got it. Players on top of the football. Fairland looks like they might have it. Wait for the official's confirmation. And still have not ruled official anything yet. Player is down, but I think they will rule Fairland ball.
I don't see how it could be anything but Fairland ball.
And
I hope this young man's okay. He's still down on the ground. But we have yet to see a signal.
It'll be Fairland. They get Fairland's ball from the sidelines. So yeah, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Dragons. Well, as a reminder, this game is brought to you by Custom Vehicles of Zanesville, your local source for all your automotive accessory needs. Check us out. Custom Vehicles of Zanesville. Seals, flowers, and gifts. Locally owned and operated since 1998. Master florists and designers. Paradise Froyo for any of your sweet tooth needs. And then South 60 Films, the official street partner of the West Muskingum Tornadoes. As the player down was Davin Murray, the 5'9 junior, is able to get up and walk his way towards the sidelines. The running back, quarterback, running back, and outside linebacker for the Dragons. Dragons will have the ball. 3 8/10 of a second remaining in the third quarter.
An onside kick attempt is, that's one of the most dangerous plays in the game. You have 22 guys running at each other. I hope Mr. Murray's okay. Great effort that time by the Dragons to get that onside kick.
Well, and then the perfect bounce for it to go just past the 50-yard line. So it looks like he kicked it short, but just got the lucky bounce. So this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Wall steps back to throw. Wall, pressure collapses. Wall, and runs out of bounds to end the third quarter. And runs out at the 46-yard line. So the end of 3, West Muskingum leads 26-7 We're going to step aside for a break as you're watching the OHSAA playoffs on South 60 Films. Welcome back to Jim Mayo Stadium, Proctorville, Ohio, home of the Fairland Dragons, for the second round OHSAA Division 5 Region 19 matchup between the number 7 West Muskingum Tornadoes and the number 2 Fairland Dragons. I'm Ben Anderson alongside me, Doug Clifford. West Muskingum leads 26-7 going to the fourth quarter. Fairland scored at the end of the third and then recovered the onside kick. That is kind of how we got to this point here in the third quarter. Wall drops back to pass in the shotgun. Wall has all the time in the world in the pocket. Wall, now at the 40, decides to try to run and is hit out of bounds at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, we can hear some fans are a little frustrated with the quarterback, but he knows he can line up and play on the next down. But if he throws it into cover and it's an interception, they can't afford any mistakes at this point. They have an entire quarter to catch up, but they can afford no turnovers.
Third and long. Here's the snap. Throws it for Jack Hayden. It is caught past the first down marker. Shoved out of bounds. And around the 45-yard line, it'll be a first down and 10 for the Dragons.
That's a heck of a throw, Ben. That's all the way across the field to the sideline for the first down. I mean, that's a great pass.
So first and 10 for the Dragons.
West End better wake up. This game's not over.
On West Muskingum's 45-yard line. 35-yard line. Here's the snap. Is still in the pocket. Dances around. Throws a pass over to Jack Hayden, who slides at the 30-yard line.
Well, if I didn't know better.
It'll be a first down, Fairland.
If I didn't know better, I'd say Ethan Wall was allergic to being sacked. I mean, they've had him trapped numerous times, and he just steps away and throws the ball down the field. He has a great sense of where his receivers are, and he just keeps looking down the field like a veteran quarterback does.
Wall decides to dump it off over to
Creams.
Creams, and Creams is ruled down. A flag on the play from the far side.
Was a great job by Wall to find Cremeens like a safety valve, what we call in the old days. He just tossed the ball out to him, and he's wide open.
Holding against the Dragons.
It's going to be a 10-yarder against the Dragons. I don't think Cremeens gained a foot. Yeah, I wondered about that. They're going to decline that call.
There's second down as
it's second and 16. I can see why they. Whoa, 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 whoa! Man.
Well, as I'm trying to figure out what had happened.
Well, we had one referee saying stop. We had one referee saying go. I don't think the chain gang was in the right position. The downs marker was up, marking like it's going to be second and 10 instead of second and 16. Okay, a little substitution here. Looks like number 65, I believe, has come in for West End at defensive end. Not 65. They don't have it.
So second and long. Wall looking for the deep ball. Decides to dump it off to Creams, and Creams dropped it. Incomplete pass to be third and long now for the Dragons.
Ben, had he caught that pass, I think he had a chance to pick up some yards, but I think he took his eye off the ball at the last second. Now it's 3rd and 16. West End is not blitzing. West End is rushing 3 guys and dropping 8. It's giving Wall plenty of time to throw, but their guys are covered. Here comes a rush.
Wall tries to get out of the rush, and now it's not out. Now throws it deep downfield, and the receiver absolutely getting mud, and that will be defensive pass interference called against the Tornadoes. As what had happened was Jack Hayden's absolutely getting demolished near the end zone, and that will be DPI. The 15-yard penalty, and it might be pretty close to being a first down with where the chains are at, with where the down marker is currently at.
Well, in high school.
National offensive pass interference called against the Dragons.
What?
I'll go back to the replay. I want to see what happened first. If we can see the replay on that play.
They're going to call that on the Dragons.
Well, my question, who made contact first?
That's the call.
Well, so my thing is, I guess they're saying that Jack Hayden had pushed off to create separation first.
All right, here we go.
Was the initial contact? Let's see here. All right, ball's thrown. Ball is thrown. Pete.
I couldn't tell.
I can't tell either.
All right, the player for West End, he was sure it was pass interference on the offense. He signaled right away.
Well, I think he had pushed off first, then he made the contact second. So therefore, contact is where the McCall take us first, and the deep pass over to Keegan Smith. Ball is incomplete. 4th and long for the Dragons.
That's a tough call. I mean, I thought sure it was going to be pass interference on the defense. I just assumed it would be. But for that call to go against you, now it's 4th down. Holy cow. It's 4th in about a week and a half. These guys may not be able to get a first down on this play until next week. Looks like a 3-man rush.
Yeah, 4th and about late to Mars.
Delayed blitz.
And they're playing in a pitch, backwards pass, and it will be a turnover on downs.
Looks like Carter Smith was waiting for that one. He made the tackle on that play. I mean, that's about the only thing that's going to work is a trick play like that. Had a delayed blitz. The linebacker came after the snap, got in the face of the quarterback. He stood in there and threw the ball, but Carter Smith makes the play for West End.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes.
I think we're going to.
Obviously, a lot of runs here, Coach.
I think we're going to see a lot of Carter Windland here.
Answered in the shotgun. Claps once, looks back at the sidelines for a play call.
They tried to pick up 5 cheap ones on that little stunt. Didn't get anyone to jump.
Now, bobbles the snap. Now is able to create yardage. As luckily, with Keegan Smith on the ground, so able to get his shoulder and trip up. Anton.
You know, that's the 3rd bobbled on the snap or handoff for the Tornadoes, and I don't think they've lost any of them. They've come up with the ball each time.
10 minutes remaining here in quarter number 4. Anton claps once, looks over to the sidelines.
They're taking as much time as they can here. I mean, they got 30 seconds for they have to snap the ball.
Anton takes a snap, hands it off over to Houston. And Houston does.
That might be his first carry.
It looks like it'll be a loss of yardage as Houston made it back. Only got to the original line of scrimmage. Got to start the down series. So now 3rd and 10. Anton in the shotgun. Anton rolls to his left, throws it across his body, downfield, incomplete pass intended for Braxton Brownring, excuse me.
Nice coverage that time by C.J. Graham.
4th and 10 for the Tornadoes.
Well, Coach Jackson, if you have a punt block, now's the time to dial it up.
Owen Bertram, the freshman, back to return for the Dragons. As this drive only took about a minute and a half off the clock for the Tornadoes. High snap to the punter, and that one is booted up in the air by West Houston. Takes one bounce, takes another bounce past the 30. And it will stop right at the 26-yard line.
Well, the punter did a great job to come down with that ball. That snap was high. He had to leave his feet to catch that thing. That's exactly what the Dragons could have used here. Nice bad snap.
8:56 to go here in quarter number 4. West Muskingum leads 26-7. Fairland now with the ball.
Well, here's something for you. West M's got to worry about how to get these jerseys clean. First time this year.
Did not think of that. Wall, pressure, pocket collapses. Wall has no one to throw to and throws it out of bounds, but flag is called on the far side.
I think one of the Tornado defenders. I think he just won the Emmy for most likely to be held category. He was waving his arms to look at the referee, and he got the call.
So it'll be a holding against the Dragons. I'll back them up 10. So it'll be 2nd and 20 for the Dragons. Actually, excuse me, 1st and 20 for the Dragons, excuse me.
Well, this is the kind of game that absolutely drives a coach crazy. You start so many times inside your own 10 or 5-yard line, and you get decent field position one time, and you have a penalty on first down, it's 1st and 20.
Here's the snap. Wall throws it over to Collins. Breaks past the 30. He breaks the tackle and is brought down.
First
past
down.
The 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Yeah, first down for the Dragons, and we have an injury timeout.
Nice catch by Xander Collins, and we have an
injury timeout. Player down at the 29-yard line, and
I think that's Caden Fleming. I've seen him come off a couple of different times.
Yeah, Fleming, the senior defensive lineman, is down. 8:34 to go here in the 4th quarter. West Muskingum leads 26-7. As a reminder, this game is brought to you by South 60 Films, the official streaming partner of the West Muskingum Tornadoes.
I think Caden Fleming has a bad wheel, and he may not be able to go anymore, but he's walking off.
Oh, then as well, since it was a defensive injury, the play clock on this play will go to 40 seconds instead of 25 seconds. Usually it stops the play at 25 seconds, but if the defensive injury, it goes to 40 seconds. It should go to 40 seconds. Because saw referee put both his hands up for 40. It goes to 40 seconds on defensive injury. So clock runs. Wall breaks the tackle, and that's going to be a holding against Fairland. As Wall runs out of bounds as the offensive lineman ripped off the back of the jersey of the Tornadoes defender. Yeah, Wyatt Calico just rips the back off the jersey, and that's going to be that's a textbook hold, coach.
Yeah, there's no appeal on that one. I think.
That was textbook. I'll say, if you could grab, if you're holding part of the jersey in your hand and you rip it off.
Well, the bad part about it is he didn't need to do that. The quarterback was already safely away and was scrambling, and he didn't need to grab that shirt. But sometimes an offensive lineman, you just get a little too anxious.
So 1st and 20.
1st and 20 again. They're at the number 9. It worked the last time.
Man in motion is C.J. Grimm from near side to the far side. Wall pocket collapses, and Wall throws it out of bounds. But it does get past the line of scrimmage, so therefore it is not intentional grounding.
Okay.
Yeah, for intentional grounding, it has to make it past the line of scrimmage, so he's able to avoid that. It'll be second down. Yeah, that's the rule at the high school level. As long as it gets past the line of scrimmage, you do not have intentional grounding.
Well,
you do not have to have a receiver in the area.
Okay. Well, that's always drove me crazy. The referee's throwing the ball in and then he drop it. You bring a dry ball in the game, and then the referee's fumbling. Come on, guys. All right. Second down at 20.
Yep, second and 20. It's 8:14 to go here in the fourth quarter. Dragons trail 26-7. Wall is looking for the deep ball. Wall has no one to throw it to and tries to throw it down, but the receiver tripped up. Flag on the play. Pass. Can already tell who the pass was intended for. Actually, it was intended for Bertram.
Yeah, it's on the Dragons. Well, the West is only rushing 3 guys, so it's not like they're putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. There should be a situation where the offensive linemen don't need to hold. You can double team the guys in the line of scrimmage.
I was like, well, you can.
But they keep drawing these holding calls, and it's just killing them.
Well, you can tell that Wall is trying to go for the deep ball every time, but West is doing a great job shutting it down.
Well, we have some indecision here. Now we have somebody from the Fairland sideline running to the.
They're trying to get a football on them.
West End sideline. Well, Ben, I'm going to say I have absolutely no idea what's going on. Whoa!
And a flag is thrown.
That's a mouth. Yeah,
and it'd be against Fairland. It's probably going to be on sportside conduct.
That's a vocal penalty there.
Well, they're trying to get the gate. They're trying to get a football. Well, no. Wait. It was incomplete pass to this side.
Wait, okay.
So I guess Fairland had a football over on that. I don't.
Well, now I just saw the referee. He threw a flag on something somebody on the offensive line or the offensive huddle said to him. They're going to move it back again.
So that backs up the Dragons even more. So now about second and to the moon for the Dragons.
Well, this is when you're the head coach. You look at your offensive coordinator and say, you tell him call something because you don't want to make the call.
And now, stops the play.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Someone's about to get removed from the game if they don't watch out. Well, guys have lost their poise on the field, and this you just can't run your mouth in these situations. If you're a player, you use profanity. You know, man, they're going to draw a call.
Yep. So it makes you wonder what was said. But that'll be a question we will never know the answer to.
Three-man rush.
And the pass will be caught and quickly taken down. Pass completed. Bertram. Third down.
Third down, and holy cow. Third down and how many? 20. Third down and 30. Holy cow.
Wall
Three-man pass rush.
Wall takes the snap. Wall trying to go deep, and it is going to be caught by Collins. But it'd be 4th and forever.
Well, the defensive line has all the advantage in this situation. They don't have to worry about the ball being run. They know it's going to be a pass, but still, there's only 3 guys rushing and there's 5 blocking, and they're not protecting the quarterback.
And then the other thing is Muskingum is smart having the 5 guys back because it prevents Wall from being able to even have a chance or anyone to go deep. Wall wants to go deep. Tries to. It's going to be caught by Collins.
I think it's a first down.
Collins still fighting for extra yardage and finally brought down past the 35-yard line.
I think I throw it to number 9 all the time. Well, West End has not changed their defensive strategy. They're rushing 3 and dropping 8. They're forcing Ethan Wall to find an open man. Here comes an extra pass rusher.
Here comes the snap. Wall trying to look for an open man. Wall trying to find Jack Hayden, intercepted by the Tornadoes, intercepted by Coleman Lloyd. And it'll be a turnover, and a crucial turnover by the Dragons.
It's odd that time they rushed more than 3 guys. It looks like at least 4, if not 5, rushed. And this is the play they picked the pass off. They couldn't pick one off when they dropped 8. They dropped 6. And they came up with the Oski, as we called it in the old days. Interception.
Yeah, just great play.
Tackle by Cremines, yes.
Yeah, by Coleman Lloyd as that's the pick. As injury on, well, Widgey had an injury, but now players able to get off the field. West Muskingum with the ball, 6:22 to go. Up 26-7 against Fairland and aiming for an upset and to keep its season alive. Two receivers on the near side, one on the line, one punch back. Quarterback in shotgun, hands it off to Winland. Winland gets past 2 defenders, gets to the 40-yard line, and it will be 2nd and 1 from the 40.
You know, one thing about Winland, he's not going to run the ball like he's got a 26-7 lead. He's going to run the ball like he's down 26-7. So if he can break one and get loose, he's going to do everything he can to do so.
2nd and 1. Anton claps once, does not get the defense to jump. At this point, probably the Tornadoes, you would presume, or try to eat as much clock as possible. As play clock now goes down to 5 seconds. Takes snap, high snap, hands off to Winland. Winland. It's now at the 36. First down, Dragons.
I tell you what, I've seen number 10. This is the 3rd time I've seen him play, and he is as consistent as clockwork. He comes to play every time. He probably gets on the bus with a lunch pail. But he is a tough-nosed kid. He likes to run the football. And if they fake it to him and Anton keeps it, Anton might bump his head on the goalpost.
Anton, another high snap, hands off to Woodland again. He breaks one tackle, tries to spin on the second one, and makes it just back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, the shotgun snap has become every team's way to snap the football. But if you don't snap that ball perfectly, you destroy the timing in the backfield if the quarterback has to leap forward or reach down between his legs to grab it or one side or the other. And that's exactly what happened on that play. I mean, Winland really didn't have a chance.
Clock continues to run. 10 seconds on the play clock, 4:21 remaining. Anton under center. Hands it off to Woodland. spins off one tackle, can't spin off the second one. It'll be a gain of maybe a yard. So 3rd and 9, 4:05 to go.
Well, it looks like West Dems needs to start making reservations to either play. Looks like Wheelersburg had the lead. We haven't heard any scores since halftime, but they have this one well in hand.
Well, also remember, starting next week, games go to neutral sites as well.
Neutral site and artificial surface.
And the play clock goes to 0, but it'll be a timeout. Tornadoes, 3:29 to go in this one, with the Tornadoes up 26-7. Well, Coach, you're out 3rd and long. Do you pass it? You try to run it again and eat more time off the clock in this situation?
If I had my choice, I'd have the center snap the ball to himself and run for 1 foot. Yeah, I think you keep it on the ground. I don't think you. There's no need to throw the ball here. You don't have to score to win the game. I'd go for it on 3rd down. I'd go for it on 4th down. I'd run as much time off the clock as possible. The Dragons have all their timeouts. I'd force them to use them. You know, the smart thing to do would be run the ball here. You don't get the 1st down. Try to punt it for the corner. But you could also just run another offensive play and burn another minute off the clock, unless the Dragons call timeout.
So 3rd and about 9 for the Tornadoes. And she takes the snap, rolls right, and breaks free. It's going to be a hold against the Tornadoes. And it might be and actually now Anton breaks all the way to the 15-yard line for an initial 1st down, but that one's going back.
Well, that's the play I was waiting to see. Fake the Windland and take off, and that's exactly what Anton did. But I think at the last second, one of the backs in the backfield reached out and extended that arm. And when you're out in the open like that and the referee's standing right next to you, you're going to be found guilty every time. But the bad part is the Dragons can't decline it, because if they do it the 1st down, so they got to take the penalty. West is going to run another play. It's 3rd down.
So basically, for West, you're really not that angry or upset on being called for holding on that situation. It's kind of more of a blessing in disguise, if I were to describe it.
So they're going to have a chance to run another play and then punt the ball away.
Woodland goes from right to left of the quarterback.
Here comes the big blitz. They're going to throw it.
They're going to throw it.
No, he's going to run it.
He's going to run it.
He's going to get it, too.
And he's got the 1st down. He's got more. Anton is taken down inside the 10.
Well, the Dragons that time committed their linebackers to a blitz up the middle. There's no outside pursuit. Here everybody's up the middle. There's no one there to take the quarterback.
Yeah, had all the open yardage he wanted to and nearly scored, take it down inside the 5. And actually, no, just out. Yeah, inside the 5-yard line.
He's about inside the 2. Or where they have him, it looks like they have him marked at about the 2 or 3 yard line. But you know that.
Actually, no, they got marked. I think they got marked at the 1.
In defense of the Dragons' call, I mean, you had to sell out. You had to sell out. They did. And Anton broke contain. When a quarterback breaks contain, nothing good happens for the defense.
There's the pitch to Woodland. Woodland tries to bounce off a tackle, but is shoved out of bounds. And the clock is stopped since he went out of bounds. 2:25 remaining, and a score here would all but seal the deal for the Tornadoes.
I think they could take a knee 3 times in a row and seal the deal. This is a time of the game when Coach Brownrick has to decide who he wants to get the touchdown. Power I formation.
Takes the snap. Yes, quarterback keeper tries to dive for the plane. Still waiting for a ruling. Still waiting. Still waiting. Touchdown!
Well, that's the longest quarterback sneak I've ever seen for a touchdown. About 35 seconds.
West Muskingum with the nail to the coffin on Fairland's season. Scores the touchdown, and that will all but do it.
Silas Kuhn in for the point after touchdown. This has been one of the most mysterious plays of the game for both squads tonight, the field goal extra point attempts.
So 32-7 in favor of the Tornadoes. There's the snap, kick, up, and it's good. And for the first time in this game, we had an extra point that there is no penalties actually. And now both teams going at it inside the pile after the kick. But it doesn't really result in anything. And actually, it's just players still trying to be separated. It's probably just players just getting chirpy at this point.
Well, you know, I have a real opinion about this kind of stuff, but I'm not going to say it. I'll let my cooler head prevail, but there's just no place for that.
Nah. 2:07 to go in this one, as West Muskingum leads 33-7. The number 7 seed, about 2 minutes away from upsetting the number 2 seed Fairland. And the Tornadoes to stay alive for another week of football.
And I would, if I was Coach Brown Rig, I'd find 11 guys over there with the cleanest shirts on the team and say, go play defense. Do whatever you want. You got 2 minutes, boys. Play as hard as you can. This one's over. Call the dogs and pee on the fire. The hunt's over.
Fairland entered the contest as the Ohio Valley Conference champions. Only lost one regular season game this season. It was at home at a 41-0 loss against Ironton. And it's coming up a 31-7 win against number 15 Zane Trace. And Dragons. But a great season overall for the Dragons. Well, it ended at 10-2. Not a bad year.
No, goodness no. So they were their league champion.
Yes.
You know, that's the only thing bad about the playoffs is you win the league championship, you don't get a chance to celebrate it. You got to go. You jump right into the postseason, which is what you want to do. But they're league champions. They've had a great season.
That one is kicked up and lands right into the chest of Keegan Smith. Smith, not the 25.
Nice job by Carter Smith.
Thrown out of bounds right nearly into the legs of head coach Mike Jackson.
Carter Smith maintained outside leverage with the blocker. Ball carrier tried to fake to the inside. He didn't bite. When he broke for the sideline, Carter was there to make the tackle. That's
first and 10.
Just like you teach it.
At the 26-yard line. Actually, no, excuse me, at the 25-yard line? No, 26. Yeah, I was right the first time. 26-yard line. 33-7 in favor of the West Muskingum Tornadoes.
Come on, Coach Brown Rig. Anybody that's got a grass stain on their shirt, you should get them off the field. They got to play next week. Carter Winland's still out there.
Ball in the shotgun, hands it off to Creams, and is stuck.
Yep. Give your big back a chance to run the ball a few more times. Quentin Creams, number 21, has been a workhorse for this squad. Tonight, I'm sure he has all season.
Hands off to Creams again, and he's going to fight his way, not for the first down.
That's a first down.
1:11, actually, excuse me, be 1:12 on the clock. Once the chains are set, clock will continue to run, will start running, at which it does. 70 seconds remaining in this one. Wall underneath Shaka taking his last snaps of his high school football career. Wall takes the quarterback keeper and is stopped just past the 45. 50 seconds and counting, 10 seconds between the play clock and the game clock. So probably one more snap here will do it for this one. As the Fairland faithful starting to make their way out of Jim Mayo Stadium.
Well, congratulations, Tornadoes. Get ready for week 13.
There's the snap to Wall. Quick screen pass over to Xander Collins. He runs out of bounds, and the clock will be stopped. It'll be a first down and 10 for the Dragons.
Xander Collins is just a sophomore. 6 foot tall, 150 pounds. He's all football player, that's for sure. He's made some nice catches tonight.
Wall stands in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off to Creans, who is tackled low, and 10 seconds remaining. The clock will run, and that will do it as the clock hits 0. West Muskingum upsets Fairland 33-7 and will advance in the playoffs as Fairland falls to 10-2, and West Muskingum survives and advances to 9-2 and will now face the winner of Wheelersburg and Union Local. So that once again, West Muskingum upsets Fairland 33-7. We're going to step aside for a break as you're watching the OHSA playoffs on South 60 Films. Well, welcome to the post-game show here on South 60 Films. I'm Ben Anderson, alongside me, Doug Clifford, as West Muskingum wins 33-7, and what ended up being just a dominant performance by West Muskingum, mainly on the defensive end.
I think they played a great game defensively, and I think that one of the big differences in the game is they maintained their poise when the Dragons lost theirs. And calls went against them, and bad field position went against the Dragons all night, and they finally just got to the breaking point. They were having penalties just standing on the field, and referees are calling unsportsmanlike penalties on them. So the Tornadoes maintained their poise, and they just played a dominant game.
Absolutely, yeah. Number 7 versus number 2. Some people would have thought it would have been the other way around. Some people have been back and forth contest. Now people expect a 7 seed to be a number, 7 beat 2 by us 30. But now kind of looking at the highlights. First, it started with this play right here, Coach Clifford, on the blocked field goal from Fairland. By Fairland. And then this one right here was one of the first scoring plays of the game. The second scoring play, to be exact, on the reverse.
Yeah, they just fake the ball to Winland and give it to Carter Smith, who's going against the grain. The backside of the defense didn't stay home, as we like to say in football lingo, and it's off to the races. Nobody's going to catch him. I mean, he just about gets the old toenail tackle there, but he keeps his knees off the ground, maintains his balance, walks in for the score.
And then on this one was the first of 2 muffed onside kicks by Fairland. That was right after the score. They say we get the ball back for the Tornadoes. And then here's the second one, which we were still arguing if that was kick, catch, interference or not. It was ruled it was not, and possession went to the Tornadoes.
I thought it was, but it didn't get caught.
And here, the only scoring play for the Dragons all night, but that was the touchdown catch from C.J. Graham.
That was a beautiful pass,
and
great play.
And then the big interception for the Tornadoes to get the ball and start running the clock out in the 4th quarter.
Well, when Walt throws this ball, he's nearly out of bounds. I mean, he's just chased about as far as he can go, and he never gets his shoulder square, and he throws the ball at the last second, trying to make something out of nothing. And the ball is picked off, I believe, by Coleman Lloyd.
And then Coleman Lloyd's interception would set up this next play on 3rd and an eternity. And Anton was able to just take off, Jake Anton able to take off the quarterback keeper and set up what would be the game-ending touchdown, the final score of the game.
Fairland went for the all-out blitz, and didn't pay off, and then Anton sneaks it in 2 plays later for the final score of the night.
So that makes the final score 33-7. Well, just Coach, your final thoughts on tonight's contest?
Well, I think West Muskingum is playing their best football exactly when they should be. Fairland tonight, they did everything except get bitten by a snake. The field position was, I think, the biggest factor against them tonight. They never had a chance to really open up their offense because they were pinned so deep most of the night. And greatest to the Tornado defense, they kept them there. And the short punts, one after another, is just a formula for failure.
Well, we've also been informed that Wheelersburg defeated Union Local. So next week it will be West Muskingum taking on Wheelersburg with a chance to compete in the regional. This game would be the regional semifinals.
We hope to be there.
Yeah, and we hope to be broadcasting that game. So with that, once again, the final score: West Michigan Tornadoes 33, Fairland 7. For Doug Clifford, I'm Ben Anderson saying good night, stay safe, and God bless till we meet again.